Story. The government's own projection says unemployment will be 8.5% at the end of next year. That's around election time. Joining us now by phone is Congressman Ron Paul. Congressman, we appreciate you being with us. I know your schedule's very, very busy, and I know you like to talk about the Fed and the price of gold, but I'm going to ask you a very specific question.
Okay.
If you're elected, and your first day in the White House, you sit there in the Oval Office and they come to you and you say, Mr. President, we've got 8.5% unemployment. What will you do at that point?
Well, you can't do one thing in one day that's going to reverse something that has accumulated over probably 40 years of bad policy, so you have to start somewhere. But you have to change the atmosphere for investments in this country to get some confidence back again. This whole idea that government creates jobs, I think, is a fallacy. Only business people create real jobs. So, but I would start with the foreign policy. I'd bring troops home, make them spend their money here at home rather than overseas. That would be a real injection into our economy.
Okay.
But eventually what you have to do, though, is change monetary policy, tax policy, regulatory policy. But you really can't have the rebuilding of an economy until you get rid of the shaky foundation. And the shaky foundation, of course, is the debt.
Okay.
And we haven't allowed the debt and the malinvestment to be eliminated.
I think we all know that you can't do that on day one, sitting in the Oval Office. We do understand that one. But here's another question, another day one question. They come to you and your foreign policy people say to you, look, Mr. President, Iran now has a nuclear bomb. What do you do about that?
Probably essentially nothing. I mean, am I going to go to war? Am I going to bomb them? I would remind them that when I was in the military for 5 years in the 60s, the Soviets had 30,000 of them. And we always talked to them. I mean, what did Kennedy do when they had missiles on our shore? He talked to them and agreed to take the missiles out of Turkey.
Congressman, they say to you, Iran's got a bomb, and they say they're going to use it against Israel. Would you defend Israel?
No, Israel can and should take care of themselves, and we shouldn't restrain them in any ways, because when they want to do things around and protect themselves, too often we restrain them. So I don't want to interfere in their sovereignty. They should do what they want. I was strongly supportive of what Israel did when they bombed that nuclear site in Iraq many, many years ago. And they shouldn't sell out their sovereignty. We tell them what they can do because they're dependent on our money. So Israel has 200-300 of these things. And this whole idea that we have to build up the war fever and attack the Iranians, and they don't have any history of marching into other countries.
Okay.
I mean, they just don't do that. That's not their tradition. It's not that anybody wants to defend their government right now, but their traditions aren't so much. I think they have a natural tendency to have a self-defense. I mean, they're surrounded by nuclear weapons. About 5 or 6 different countries have nuclear weapons over there.
Congressman Ron Paul, we thank you. I know you're very, very busy. Everybody's busy these days, and you in particular are very busy. We wish you luck with your presidential campaign, and we really thank you for spending a couple of minutes with us today, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.